start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's bat things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
A quick toss out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Ready up!
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Kilgore. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On 3rd down, Kilgore. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Looking to throw. Kilgore. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the... So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then... football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
50 bucks, come back in.
Back to throw again. And Walker has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Off play action. Kilgore. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kadarius Toney. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This is fielded at the 27. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jermaine Johnson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
For the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Kilgore. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Still anyone's contest, a 2-point game as we get back underway on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
What a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
A give for Walker running right. And some room to roam now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Walker is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Check. Hey, pass. Panther 11. Trap 60.
Looking to throw. Kilgore. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
They're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
A good pickup there at 22.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. A beautiful fake. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete to number 2. First and goal, Houston.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Hey,
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
He'll try again, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kilgore. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Let's go now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Kilgore.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 31.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Off the play fake. Kilgore. Right side complete. That's Woods. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Get it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Cowboy 80.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit
too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Here we go. Check. No, check. No check. Check the eagle.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Ready up. Set the ranger. Set the ranger.
Back to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Let's go now.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head